What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Daly here from Daly TNG, and today I have my locals first place Spyral deck. I played locals for fun today. We only had 12 people, I think. There was a Magic pre-release, and some of the players were at that, along with a Pokemon event at the same time. So our tournament was pretty small. A lot of the more competitive players weren't attending. It was only about 5 of people who were really decent. So I decided to play Spyrals as a fun deck, which I normally play fun decks anyways, but I decided to play Spyrals, and I took first place. So my matchups were round 1 I played versus Pendulum Magicians, round 2 I played versus Dark Magicians, round 3 I got paired down into like a crappy Blue Eyes deck, and I just whacked, like, that was really stupid, he just got destroyed. And then I played versus True Kings, I played versus Dinosaurs, and then I played versus Dinosaurs again. One was True King, one was Metal Foe. And yeah, I came out first place in that. I didn't drop a game at all. It was I went 10-0 actually, and you might be surprised at the fact that Spyrals would have a good matchup versus True Kings or like any of those decks, but I'll explain why in a second. So first up, this deck likes to go second, so I played it for going second for the most part besides my traps, but yeah, it works out pretty well. So I play 3 Spyral Super Agent. I think that should be that's pretty standard, honestly. Trying to adjust the view here of everything so it doesn't look so there. That should be better. So I played 3 Super Agent. That's pretty standard. And now here's where like my tech cards that like worked really well in this deck today and like what won me most of my matches. The triple Ice Hand. I have a gold, it makes me mad. Triple Ice Hand and triple Fire Hand. So the reason these are good in this deck is 1, Resort can recycle them. 2, you play triple Instant Fusion in this deck always, so having like floaters that go to level 4 floaters that go to grave is just really broken. And this deck has a hard time like keeping board presence because it just doesn't have any cards that do that right now in the game. So being able to have cards that float, destroy cards, and get board presence while also synergizing well with the deck and working good versus meta is just insane. So yeah. This deck also was like one of the best user Instant Fusion because it can always recycle the Norden. So you just recycle the Norden and then you just use Instant Fusion again. So having a Bahamut target also really helps the deck a lot. Bahamut Shark, water target for Bahamut Shark helps a lot. 1 Spyral Tough. This is the only other Spyral monster I played. That's all you really needed. I was just going for like a ranked 4 deck that focused on abusing the hands, along with Kaijus and Spyrals for consistency. 1 Gamma Seal, 1 Doggeron, 1 Humongous, and then 2 of the big Kaijus, 1 Jizuku and 1 Lightning Strike. Thunder King, the Lightning Strike Kaiju. Yeah. And then we have triple Resort. Again, best card in the deck. You have to, like, playing 3 is always mandatory. Triple Terraforming and triple Instant Fusion to abuse all those engines, like I said before. And then we have 2 Slumber. Card's broken. You play Kaiju Engine. 1 Upstart, 1 Booker Moon. Like those are just staples right now. So the Trap Engine is pretty budget. Like I don't have any money into this game really right now. 1, because I don't have any money to waste really at the moment. Along with that, there is, other than Nationals, there's no events coming up. So unless I'm going to Nationals for sure, which I believe I am because it's close to me, I will not be. There's no reason to put money into the game. So just for locals, and I can win anyways with decks like this. So yeah, so here we are. 2 Mirror Force. These should be Stormings. There's really no difference. Like, Storming is good versus your Kaiju Engine, but I think Mirror Force in general is better. Just plain Mirror Force is better versus a lot of decks. So Mirror Force. 2 Lost Winds. Cards busted. Again, this deck is just like straight value town. 1 Steel Drain. 1 Spyral Gear Utility Wire. This is a personal tech. I don't really like it that much, but it was okay in some matchups. Like Phoenix Moonblast, that has a cost is decent. I don't know. I didn't like it that much. It could have been other cards and it would have been fine. Then all your one-ofs essentially. 1 Compulse, 1 Bottomless. 1 Time Space, I played Rafflesia. 1 Torrential, and 1 Solemn Warning. And then the final card, I teched a Jar of Avarice just as a way to recycle more cards in the deck because although it's not good when you start up, like once you get all your hands in graveyard, if they're pushing through you, having this card is actually really good. It helps the deck quite a bit, and it also can recycle all your trap holes if you like need a Rafflesia, and you can put this in there too. It's okay. I actually never resolved it, so I can't really attest to like in the test results how good it was, but it wasn't terrible. So I played 1 Stardust Dragon because I was side decking Starlight Road. I'm not going to go through my side deck because I mean it's nothing special. Like it's just built to play against my locals, nothing else really, because I already know what most of the people play there. So 1 Stardust Dragon because because I played Starlight Road. 1000 as your strict, the idea is it can steal a Kaiju with off an instant fusion, and then it'll set up for Resort next turn. So like if you have Kaiju and other plays in an instant fusion, like this card's really good to go into. One region, again, this is one of the cards where it's also really good to go into a lot of the time. And I actually did work against someone because I figured they had a Mirror Force, and so I was like, oh, well, I don't want to run into I didn't have enough cards to help. I was like, and I just had a Kaiju on board. I was like, I don't want to run into a Mirror Force, so I was like, okay, I just instantly into Raijin in defense position. I attacked, he Mirror Forced, and I just flipped my Kaiju face down. This should be Norden, but unfortunately, I don't know where my Norden is, so I was borrowing one for today, which was really annoying that I can't find it. I was pulling all my deck stuff, so I should go through my stuff more. I'll go through all my cards and try to find it, but I just didn't for today, unfortunately. One Blade Armor Ninja because I play Warriors. One Dragon Deck Cowboy. You need to detach stuff, and sometimes this deck can do the extra game off Cowboy. I don't know. It's just a personal tech, really. There's not you don't rank for it too often, other than to go for Castel if necessary, or Blade Armor to push game. And this is another card that pushes game. This actually does more damage than Blade Armor. You attack with 2 Spyrals and you overlay into this, it does more damage. Not much more, mind you. It does a whole, I think it does a whole 200 more damage, but it's still a thing, I guess. And also can remove like some threats, but it's not super relevant. One Castel, just standard. One Abyss Dweller, one Rider Samurai, one Rafflesia, one Ragna Zero. And then these guys are supposed to be like the Utopia Lightning package, but I don't have it right now, so I didn't play it. And then finally, one Bahamut Shark and one Toad, because I can make them in this deck, and that's pretty good. So yeah, that is the deck. I already explained all my matches. I guess I can go through them a little bit and tell you guys how it went. So round one was Pendulum Magicians. He opened Pendulum Call, but he let me. I got to choose Daryl, and I went first, surprisingly, and then I had a bottomless, I think, for when he Pendulum summoned. He went like Pendulum 3, and he got bottomless for everything, and he didn't have any other plays that turn. So I just kind of like won the game after that. The next game, he made a board turn 1, but I Kaiju'd over his other I Kaiju'd over his Apex Avian, and then I slumbered him. I Kaiju'd over it, slumbered him, and then had a hand, so I gave him Damascene. So I was able to go Ice Hand Attack, destroy Scale, Fire Hand Attack, destroy the Kaiju. I had an Ice Hand on board, and then I attacked with that plus my Jizuku for like 50. I think it's 47 damage, and then I had Instant Fusion in hand, so I Instant Fusion back into the other one. I made a Bahamut plus Toad, and the game was pretty much over right there. The next game he let me go for oh wait, no, that was both games. So next round I played Very Dark Magicians. Game 1 he bricked. Game 2 Game 1 he bricked, but I went first again. And then I had too much back row for him to overcome. The next game I played him, he opened up Dark Magic Circle plus Eternal Soul plus Navigation, and it was almost enough to get him there. But I got lucky and I called the Super Agent effect correctly and was able to pop the Eternal Soul, and things went downhill very quickly from there for him because he lost all his monsters. And then I poked him with double Super Agent, overlaid Rafflesia, and then he's just kind of set. And then he really had no way to play from there because I could just remove any threats of his with time space. So the game ended right pretty much right there. So that was an easy match. Next round I played down for some reason. I played a guy who was 1-1 who's not very good. He was playing like this crappy Blue Eyes deck, and I think he went Chaos Max and he just got waxed really hard because I just Kaiju'd it, and like that was his like whole plan, and it was like, oh, I just have Kaijus. There's a turtle for that. And then next round after that, I played versus Dinosaurs, and Dinosaurs literally Dinosaurs he kind of bricked, but like I had a lost wind for one of his plays, so I think he tried to Lodi Unity, and I lost winded him, and it got fucked from there. And then the next game, he was able to go into the boss monster, but he didn't know one of my set cards was a Fire Hand, so he attached into it. It triggers Fire Hand, destroying his boss monster. I did Ice Hand, and I think he has an Overraptor on board, and that was his whole board because he didn't open very well. And I'm able to just go Ice Hand attack position, clear Lost World, Fire Hand attack in, clear the Overraptor. I get Ice Hand out, and then I think I Ice Hand plus Super Agent in, and then I overlaid for I think I just overlaid for something random. I think, oh, I overlaid for Abyss Dweller, and he couldn't come back from that because Abyss Dweller just destroys that deck. And then I played versus Metal Foe, Dinos, and the match was just super free. Like, game one, he didn't open very well. Like, he opened up, like, or no, game one he opened a decent hand, but he was missing some cards. Like, he only had one Largia, and he didn't have the True King, so his deck just wasn't good. He played really easy matches all the way through, so that's why he got in there. But I just kind of destroyed him. Game two, he almost won. He was playing Superconductor Tyranno because he didn't have enough Logias to play the other way. So he made Superconductor Tyranno plus Ultimate Tyranno, and he almost gamed me with that. But again, I don't think he knew what the hands did, so he attacked into a fire hand, which destroyed his ultimate Tyranno. And then on my turn, I just Kaiju'd over it, and I had instant fusion, so I was able to like Kaiju instant fusion plus Spyral, double Spyral on board, and like I just had too much advantage. And I just had too much advantage, and so I had enough level 4s to just kill him on that turn. So yeah, that was the deck. I opened one Alti Grand Pulse, which I can show you guys right now. Actually, it's kind of nice. Unfortunately, like our locals for some reason only has Tournament Pack 4, but I'm pretty happy. Like the rest of my pulls were crap. I got 5 packs, and this is all I pulled. The rest I pulled were Invasion of Vengeance. I was trying to pull a Barrier or a Toad, and yeah, I just pulled all supers. But that's how it goes sometimes. I did pull this though, so I'm kind of happy. Like I think they're like $10, $11, and it's a pretty card in general. I'll probably just use it as trade bait. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to take this card, and since it's like $10, I'm going to start a new series on my channel. So if you guys want to watch that, you can. The idea is going to be I'm going to go how to build a binder, and I'm going to go to locals, and after every locals, I'll show you guys my pulls along with my trades. I'm going to use this as the one card in my binder at the start. And you guys can see over like every time I go, I'll upload a new video of that, and you guys can see like how long it takes to build a binder. Because I know a lot of people like suck at building binders and like think the game's really expensive. But like if you have trades, it's not. If you have trades and you can trade well, it's really not super pricey. So the plan will be just like trade this, try to value up, and then just continue trying to value up, along with showing you guys my pack pulls and how fast you can build a binder in this game, off of just like entering your local tournaments rather than just spending money. So that's it for now. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I do have another deck I can show you guys that I topped with, that I'll be planning to upload with this next week. Along with that, I'll probably go to my locals on Tuesday, and I'll show you guys how well I do. Unfortunately, my locals doesn't have the best price support, so you get a pack per win, which is just really crappy. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.